Bonjour à tous. Hello everyone, I'm Benjamin and welcome to our channel. I'm really excited and thrilled because after a long break we are finally back together again. The reason for this long break was our dedication to hard work. We have worked incredibly hard and achieved amazing things, all to make learning French easy, step by step. And you will know what I mean when I say step by step. We did not just create a method, we have created a universe to learn French. Just take a look. It's here. Heavy, c'est un peu lourd. I have all the books near me because I will introduce them one by one, but not on today's video. Look at the fruits of our hard work. How's that? Exciting, isn't it? We will teach you French from scratch to advanced level, and it's not just through books. Our websites offer even more. Once you become a member, you will gain access to all these materials in video formats and exclusive content as well. You will find everything you need to learn French language and culture under one single roof. I said under one roof because by the end of today's video, I will share details about our upcoming educational videos and also about our French with Love method. To ensure you don't miss out upcoming videos, I invite you to subscribe to our channel now. Okay, thanks for listening to my short intro and for subscribing. It really means a lot and gives us a boost. Ça nous donne de la force. So, let's start today's topic, which is the French education system. In today's video, we will embark on a journey together. I will show you the class a French student can go through from preschool to university year by year, année par année. In doing so, you will also get to know more about my own educational journey and get to know me better as well. I will explain the system in detail and it will be like a conversation. So if you have any question, feel free to pause the video and ask in the comments. Even if you don't have any questions, you can show your support by liking this video and leaving a comment saying Bonjour Benjamin if you are watching during the day, or Bonsoir Benjamin if you are watching during the evening, because I do read all the comments, and of course seeing your name next to a nice comment will certainly bring a smile to my face. Ma journée va s'illuminer grâce à vous. Okay, so we will start our journey, our educational journey. I will reveal you all the steps that a French student has to take in order to finish his educational pathway. I will go slowly. It will be like a conversation, so you can hit the pause button anytime you want. Ask your question in the comment section and I will do my best to answer it and provide the maximum information I can do in order to answer your question perfectly. Okay, I have my notes and first of all what I want to show you is that there are three main levels of education in France. So I will do like this. So the first big level is what we call enseignement primaire. We will start with this one, enseignement primaire. Then we will go to the second big level of education that we call in France enseignement secondaire. It's where the middle school and the high school is. So you have enseignement primaire, enseignement secondaire, primary education, secondary education, and then you have the last one, which is the higher education, enseignement supérieur. I will come back to them one by one later in this video, but first of all, just look at this like that. I will zoom out again. So you have three big levels of education, and we will start with the first one, which is enseignement primaire. And in enseignement primaire, we have two big sections, which is the what we can call I check just my notes. Yes, it's the first one is what we call école maternelle. It's like the translation is the kindergarten. And in France, we start our educational journey, our educational pathway at the age of, I will reveal it, 3 years old. So when you are 3 years old, you start the school, and you start by going to a place that we call in France la maternelle. Can you see it's maternelle? And the maternelle is divided in 3 sections, and it's easy to understand because we have a small section, the medium section, and the bigger section. So we start with a smaller one. It's what we call la petite section. Then we go to the middle one, which called la moyenne section. And the last one is the grande section. And I will reveal the age as well. So you start at the age of 3, you finish at the age of 5, and you finish your primary education at the kindergarten, the maternelle. So if you have a children who is 4 years old, you can say that your girl or your boy, your son, go to la moyenne section or la grande section. And in kindergarten, like everywhere in the world, I think, you just learn, all the basic foundation, like the alphabet, the basic numbers, all the foundation to go up to the next level of education, which is l'école primaire. Okay, so after the maternelle, which is here, we go to a place. I zoom out a little more, and I will zoom in after that. We go to l'école primaire in France, so a primary school. And primary school in France has 5 different grades. The first one is CP, which means cours préparatoire. So after the kindergarten, you come to little class, like we are like 20 or 30 students, pupils, and we start at the age of 6. 6 years old, we go to the cours préparatoire, which we call CP. So everywhere in France, when we call about primary school, you will only hear about CP, and then the other grades, the upper grade is CE1. I will zoom in like this so you can see it better. CE1, cours élémentaire, première année, but we never say it like this in France. We say CP, CE1. You have, when you go to CE1, you are 7 years old. After CE1, so cours élémentaire, première année, you have the second year. So it's easy because it's called CE2. And usually you are 8 years old, CE2. And after CE2, donc cours élémentaire, you go 1 year up. So, each grades are built on the previous one. So, all of the knowledge that you gain are built on the other one in order to prepare you for the secondary education. So after cours élémentaire, so all the foundation, you have the middle class, what we can say in English. So it's in French, we call it CM1. You are 9 years old, and then we finish with the CM2, cours moyen deuxième année, and you terminate your primary school at 10 years old. So I will zoom out like this so you have the global vision of primary education in France, so enseignement primaire. You have the maternelle, the kindergarten, and then you have la primaire, the primary school. Maternelle, you have petite section, moyenne section, grande section. At the age of 5, at the age of 6, you start your primary school with CP, CE1, CE2, CM1 et CM2. And then you finish your primary education and you are ready to go to the next level, which is the secondary education. Okay, I hope you still bear with me. I hope that I don't go too fast. But as you see, it's easy. The primary education, there is nothing much to know about, just know the words. So when you come to France and people say that our son, daughter, or whatever, our child go to a school, you can understand that he goes or she goes to CP, CE1, CE2, etc. So you have a clearer vision of what the primary education is. After, we go to the secondary education, like this one big, and then it divided in 2 big blocks. I will show you like this. Sorry, I will zoom out a little. And the 2 big blocks in the secondary education are the collège, le collège, and be careful to that word because it's not like the English or the American system when you say he goes to college, when you think university. No, when you say in France, il va au collège or elle va au collège, it means he, she goes to the middle school. Okay, so in French, collège means middle school. Don't make the confusion with university. Okay, so enseignement secondaire, first you have collège, written like that. And then I will zoom out a little, and then you have the high school, which is translated in French as le lycée. So you have le collège and le lycée. And in the secondary education, it's where the countdown begins. So you will see here. I will show you what I mean when I say the countdown. Because you are 11 years old and you start the middle school. And the first year of middle school is called in French la sixième, the 6th grade, la sixième. But it's not the 6th grade actually. It's the first year of middle school. And we call it sixième. And the countdown begins, so after 6, or before 6 if you want, it's la cinquième. Cinquième, and you are 12 years old. And the countdown continues, so you have sixième, the first year of middle school. The second year of middle school is called cinquième, la cinquième. Then you have la quatrième. And then you have la troisième. And you finish the middle school by taking an exam which is called le brevet. When you heard about le brevet, it can mean patent. But when you talk about education, le brevet means the exam that all of middle school students takes at the end of the middle school, at the end of the college. So brevet is sometimes you can see it as DNB, le Diplôme National du Brevet. So it's an exam that assesses all the knowledge that you get in the middle school, and it will give you some reference for the high school. But it's not mandatory to pass it, actually, to go to a high school. But usually, like 98% of people get the brevet in order to go to a high school and have a general education pathway. So, sixième, cinquième, quatrième, troisième, I will reveal the age as well. So you start the middle school at 11 years old and you finish it when you are 14 years old and you take what we call le brevet. So I will make it bigger like this. So the countdown begins. Remember, middle school, first year called sixième, then cinquième, then quatrième, then troisième, and at the end of the troisième, you take le brevet des collèges, le diplôme national du brevet. And after that, we are ready to go to high school. Okay, so I hope that I don't go too fast. If you have any question, just hit the pause button, and you can ask your question in the comments section. But I think that till now, nothing was too difficult. So you have enseignement primaire, maternelle, primaire, collège. And after the collège, so we have the lycée, the high school. But the countdown, already begin. So sixième, cinquième, quatrième, troisième. And after troisième, what you have, you may think that it's deuxième, but it's not actually, it's a synonym. It's the second. La seconde. We call it in French la seconde. So seconde, after seconde you have la première. And the last year of high school in French is called la terminale, the terminus. It's terminate. It's the end of high school. All for that to get another diploma, which is very, very important for French people. It's called le bac. The full name is le baccalauréat. But no, not many people call it like that. Everyone call it le bac. Le bac. B-A-C. B-A-C. Le bac. And you work all this secondary education to get this diploma, to get le bac. And so you understand why I said it's a countdown. So it's sixième, cinquième, quatrième, troisième, seconde, première, terminale to get the bac. And you will see that the baccalaureate is very, very important in order to go to the higher education. If you don't get the bac, you can't go to higher education. And this is why the high school years in France is very, very important. The high school years are very, very important. And of course, it's, so I will zoom in like this so you can see the writing as well. Like you can seconde, première, terminale, and usually we'll write it like that. So it's a 2 and the E, 1 E-R-E, and terminale. We write it like that, and I will reveal the age as well. So you start the first year of high school when you are 15 years old. The second years of high school, you are 16 years old. If you don't have any accidents, like if you don't retake a class, it can happen. It happened to me actually. I will tell it to you later, not in this video, but in other videos. So don't forget to subscribe to watch it later. And after you go to the terminal. But since it's high school, not everyone gets the same education. Not everyone choose the same path, because it's secondary education now, and you are 15 years old and maybe you get bored at school and you want to get like more experience. You want to go to the workforce, and you want to learn technical knowledge, practical knowledge, and you don't want too much academic knowledge. And to do that, France education system allows you to choose between different paths. I will give you 3 main paths. There are others, but they are minors actually. You don't hear it a lot. So I will talk about the general pathway that you can take when you go to high school in France and what you can hear when you come to France. So you have the first one, which is the general high school, Lycée Général. Then you have the Lycée technologique, so it's for the people who want more technologic knowledge, or like they want technical knowledge and practical, of course. But if you want practical and go to the workforce right after the baccalaureate or even before, you will see in a moment, you can go to what we call the lycée professionnel. Lycée professionnel means professional high school. Okay, so, and you can choose that pathway right after the middle school. So you can go to Lycée Général, you can go to Lycée technologique, or you can go to Lycée professionnel. And I will zoom out a little. And in all the case, like if you take the Lycée Général, you can take and pass the bac général, so general baccalaureate. If you go to Lycée technologique, you will take first, of course, and then pass the bac techno. And then if you go to Lycée professionnel, you will get the bac professionnel. But in France, we love to reduce the words and use an acronym or abbreviation. So we say bac général, bac techno, or bac pro. Here I get an arrow. J'ai une flèche. Why I have a flèche? Because I will talk about the CAP. Because in France, you may hear about CAP. So, you go to high school, and in France, it's mandatory to have education till 16 years old. So, till 16 years old, you have to go to school, and it's mandatory. But after 16 years of age, you can quit. You can drop out high school, and you can go to work. But in order to not go without any diploma or certification, France allows you to take what we call le CAP. CAP is Certificat d'aptitude professionnelle. It's in English, it's like, I have some notes, it's vocational aptitude certificate. I don't know if you have such a system in your country, and if you have, you can explain it in the commentary. But at 16 years of age, you can take the CAP. So it's during the lycée professionnel. You can take the CAP, and you can specialize yourself in some branch of jobs, like culinary, like hairdresser, carpentry. Like, there are plenty actually of profession that you can specialize and you can start to work in with this. It's not a diploma, be careful, it's a certificate. Know the difference. If you want the diploma, you have to study one more year and get your bac pro. But CAP is great for, of course, every student, but also for people who come to France and not qualified enough and want to work, and they can get this certificate. So they can get to CAP and have a job like bakery, hairdresser, carpentry. There are plenty of jobs that they can take, and it's a great system for people who does not want too much academic knowledge. And for the other people who wants to continue in the general branch, they have to choose during the last 2 years of high school, so in première and terminale, they have choose option et spécialité. Option et spécialité, what is it? It's like, well, the name implies it. It's you have to choose what kind of education and what kind of classes you want to take, actually. So if you are like more like a mathematician, like a scientist, you can take fields like mathematics, physics, chemistry. If you are more like economic minds, you can take business classes. If you are more like If you love literature, you can take the littéraire field. So you choose your option and spécialité in order to take the bac, and you do it during your high school year. In my time, there were three big filières, what we call in French. I forgot the English, but I guess it's branch. Yes, you can say branch. Three big branch. So you have L. L means littéraire. So for people who want to study literature, it's L. Then you have ES, économique et social, for business-minded people who want to study economics, etc., and who are fed of physics, chemistry, and don't want to be much scientists, but mostly business. They choose ES. And a student like me can choose S, which means scientific. So my option and specialty was mathematics, physics, and chemistry. I was a scientist mind, and this is why I take the bac S. But again, when you say bac S, it does not exist anymore, because when the government changed, they change the education system, but the years are the same. It's just the name that changed. Okay, it's what they call a reform. They do a reform and they change all the system. But be aware of these words, option and spécialité. And if you talk of people who are my age, or people who say that I took a bac S, a bac ES, or bac L, now you know what they mean. They meant. Okay. You understand me, and I'm sorry for my English. I try my best, but I think it's okay. And if you don't understand me, just write it in the comments. But I do it in English and not in French, in order to show you that yourself too can talk French and can speak French and have the confidence, even if it's not perfect. You just have to try. Just take example of me. My English is not perfect, but I try in order to deliver my message to you in your language, so you can understand the French better, the French system better, and if you have a question, I will be a bridge from your language to the French language. And with French with Law, you will see that thanks to this bridge, learning French will be easier, because you will have someone who understands you and who makes the effort to talk to you in your language. So if you need help, just take my hands, it's here. And we have finished the high school. So, wow, it's getting bigger and bigger. Okay, so lycée, seconde, première, terminale, baccalauréat. We choose our option and specialty. We took our baccalauréat, we pass our baccalauréat, and now we are ready for the higher education. And now we will talk about higher education. I hope you enjoy this video. If you enjoy, just hit the pause button, put a like, it will make me happy. And if you have any question, you can ask it in the comment section. If you have any question about the high school in France, you can ask me. I will do my best to answer it. But now let's talk about what we do after the baccalaureate, because you get your baccalaureate and now it's time to go to university if you want, because in France, when you are, I will zoom out like this, I think it's good. When you are 18 years of age, quand vous avez 18 ans, in France, you are considered an adult. It's the legal age to do whatever you want, as long it is legal, of course. Don't do illegal things, but at 18 years of old age, you are not a minor anymore, you are an adult. And after the baccalaureate, you can decide to continue to higher education, and you will see you can choose between many pathways in order to get the job that you want, in order not to get the job that you want, but to be prepared to get the job that you want. And some people decide to quit after baccalaureate because they get their diploma, and instead of going to higher education, they go directly to the workforce, gain practical knowledge in the field, and start their profession right after the baccalaureate. So baccalaureate is a milestone for every French student, and after you get it, you can decide to continue, or you can decide to quit school and go to the active life. Okay, but I will continue my explanation of higher education since it's a video about education in France. So after the baccalaureate, you are 18 years old and you can choose between different pathways. So the first pathway that you can choose is to go to university, of course. Université, it's in French, you can hear faculté, and we love abbreviations, so we never say je vais à la faculté, we say je vais à la fac. Yes, you hear it right, fac. Don't misunderstood it with another word. I know in English it doesn't sound very well, but it's what we say in French. We say fac, to say university, to say faculté. La fac de médecine, university, fac de droit, law university, law faculty, etc. Okay, so after the baccalaureate, you can decide to go to university, and we will see after what you can do there. Or you can go to what we call IUT, Institut Universitaire de Technologie. So it's for people who want to study on the technology field, but don't want to study more. Like you will see that it's a 2 years program, and it's very technical and professional in order to prepare you for the immediate entry to the workforce. Then you can do as well BTS if you want. If you don't want a UT, you can go to BTS. BTS, it's also a 2 years vocational qualification program. So you specialize yourself in a particular field, like it can be tourism, it can be accountability, it can be healthcare, business, etc. I look at my note because I didn't do BTS, neither IUT, but if you have any question about it, you can ask me. And I have friends who did this, who took this pathway, and I will try to answer your question the best way I can. But generally speaking, just know that IUT and BTS are vocational diploma that helps you to not make longer study and to have practical knowledge to go directly in the workforce in 2 years. I will come to that later. Okay, so you gain real world experience. So you have, I will zoom in just so you can see the writing as well. Université, fac, or you can go to IUT, Institut Universitaire de Technologie, or you can go to BTS, Brevet de Technicien Supérieur, or you can choose to do what we call CPI, classe préparatoire intégrée. It's what we call a bachelor actually. In France, you know, especially in education, they don't enjoy to talk in English or use English terms. But this is what, you know, most of people don't talk about CPI anymore, they talk about bachelor. When you say bachelor, this is what it means. So it's integrated preparatory classes, like for engineering school, business school, mostly, but you know, you can also do journalism, design, veterinary, etc. I will come to it later. And it's an intensive training. It's more intense than IUT and BTS. And and you have internship as well inside the classes, and which is a great program for people who want to study longer, get a diploma, and has like upper job to gain access to upper job actually. CPI is great, so bachelor program. And then you have a French program that I don't think they do have anything like this in other parts of the world, in any other country of the world, is what we call CPGE, classe préparatoire aux grandes écoles. The abbreviation is classe prépa. When people say that they do classe prépa, it means they go to a CPGE. And what is CPGE? It's preparatory classes for Grandes Écoles. So Grandes Écoles in France is like the most prestigious university, that a student can go. It's very prestigious, and since it's very prestigious to go there, it's very hard to go there. So you have to prepare for exam, and you will prepare for 2 years. You will see in a minute. I will explain it more in detail, but first, let's have a review of what we can do after the baccalaureate. Okay, so we can go to université, we can go to IUT, we can go to BTS, we can go to programme bachelor, classe préparatoire intégrée, or you can do a classe préparatoire aux Grandes Écoles. So this is the main 5 things that you can do after a baccalaureate. Of course, you have other minor programs that you can do, that you can go, but I will not explain them here since it will be too big and too much. But if you have any question, again, you can ask them in comments. So what I want to tell you, which is very important when you talk about higher education in France, is that you get your baccalaureate, you get your bac, and then you will start your first year of university, of IUT, of anything that you want. And I talk about the countdown from la sixième, from middle school to terminal, to high school last year. But after the bac, then we add years. So we say bac plus 1, for instance, like this. Okay, so the first year of university, anything you choose, you can choose to go to CPGE, to bachelor, anything you want. When you study 1 year in higher education, we say bac plus 1. And then you understood, we continue the system, bac plus 2, and you have bac plus 3. And I stop here. Why I stop here, I will explain it to you. So you have from 18 years old to 20 years old, from bac plus 1 to bac plus 3, you can choose to go wherever you want. So you can go to university, and in university you will get licence. So the first year is called licence 1, licence 2, licence 3. So any field that you choose, if you go to university, you will get the license in 3 years, and it's very important. So in France, you get the license, une licence en 3 ans. You need 3 years to get a bachelor degree in English. Okay, and then in IUT, actually you will just study 2 years, and you will get a diploma. You will get a diplôme universitaire de technologie, diplôme d'études universitaires scientifiques et techniques. So again, it's for the people who want to work in the technology field and gain not only academic knowledge but also practical knowledge, and get some field experience, and they can do in the DUT. And in 2 years, as you can see, they can get their diploma. In 2 years, you can get the diploma, but it's not a bachelor degree, okay? It's a DUT. In the BTS program, again, as well, it's a 2 years program, and you get your BTS, you get your brevet de technicien supérieur, you get this diploma. It's a brevet de technicien supérieur. In 2 years, you can be qualified to go and to work on the field, actually, and get professional knowledge, professional practice. So you will get a job, actually. So you can just study 2 years. Classe préparatoire intégrée, it's different. It's a 3 years program, but sometimes it's a 4-year program that you will see. And at the end of a 4 years or 3 years program, you will get a bachelor degree, and you will be able to start your professional career, actually. And generally speaking, for this kind of school, internships are mandatory, so you gain experience even before you start to work on the real active world. And then you have classe préparatoire aux Grandes Écoles, which is 2 years program. So you prepare yourself during 2 years to be prepared for the entrance exam for the prestigious Grandes Écoles in France. So you can choose your field. You can do You can do économique et commercial, so you can study business for prepare to business school. You can do littéraire to prepare for business school or over journalism's bigger school, etc. It's what we call cagne and hypocagne. Maybe you will hear it. And as for me, I chose the scientific pathway. So in my time, it was MPIC, Maths Physique, Sciences de l'Ingénieur, and MP, Maths Physique. But before my time, it was called Maths Sup, Maths P, which is generally more known in France. And it will change name with time. But when you say Maths Sup, Maths P, this is what it means. So you prepare yourself for the Grandes Écoles. And it's a 2 years program because after that I will explain why. And so we have our scheme like this. Okay, so we arrive. So we did a supérieur. Okay, perfect. And what is important in this scheme is that, so in UTBTS you study 2 years, you don't get a bachelor. To get a bachelor, you have to work 1 more year and get what we call a licence professionnelle or licence pro. So you study 2 years, you can quit school because you have your diploma, but if you want a bachelor program, you have to study 3 years in France, okay? And then you can say that you get your bachelor program. And a cool system is that every years you took exam, of course, and in France we call it partiel. So whenever you hear a student at university who say c'est ma semaine des partiels, it's my partiel week, it means that it's my exam week. Partiel means exam actually, and you have to take it and you have to pass it in order to gain credits, and each year you gain 60 credits in France. Okay, so in 3 years you need 180 credits to get your bachelor degree. And why it's cool and why it is important, because thanks to that credit you can do like parallel entrance, like you do a EUT during 2 years, and then in your 3rd years you can go to a Grande École, or you can go to university and continue to a master program. Okay, you don't lose any years actually, thanks to the credit you gain in the field. Of course, that is it's common. You can use those credits to your field of study at university in order to continue your study and get a bachelor program or a master degree as well. Because yes, after the license, so you are 21 or 22, you can go to, so yes, very important in France as well, you will hear very often bac plus 3, which means license, and some job description ask for this. They say we want a bac plus 3 minimum, which means that you need to have a bachelor degree in order to apply for such jobs, okay? But then if you want to continue to a master degree, you can study till bac plus 5. And bac plus 5, so you get your, if you go to university, you get your master degree, or you can also do the CPGE, and you can access to the what we call Grande École. So you see the system, you study 2 years for the exam entrance, and when you take the exam, you have, depending on your score, because it's not an exam actually, it's a contest. So it's not depending on the grade you have, it's depending on what grades other people had. So if you have good grades, you are qualified to enter to our school. And this is why it's prestigious, and this is why it's too hard to get to most notorious school. Like the most known, the most prestigious school in France, well, it's polemical. You can make polemic about it, you can talk about it, but generally speaking, when you talk about Polytechnique X, it's the number 1 school in France. Then you have HEC for the business school, then you have the ENS, École Normale Supérieure, and it's the kind of school that's at the top of the top, la crème de la crème, if you want. And you have other school, of course, and for mine, it's Institut Mines Télécom. It was a great school, Grandes Écoles, which allows me to do a lot of things. I will come to it in a few minutes, but before, let me finish with this educational pathway before talking about mine educational career educational pathway. So in order to finish your education system in France after the master, so you have 23 and 24, you have bac plus 6, bac plus 7. So you see, you study 7 years after the baccalaureate. You are 24 years old and you can go to university to take and to pass, of course. It's working. Yes, it's working. To take your thèse. We say thèse in French. I don't know what is it in English. You can write it in the comments. I think it's a thèse. Do you say thèse in your country? It's memory? I don't know. Bac plus 6, bac plus 7, so you take the thèse and you finish your educational system in France at bac plus 8. And bac plus 8, you have what we call a doctoral. It is written like this. So can you see, you study till 25 years old. Again, if you didn't retook a class during your pathway, but if you had your pathway without any accidents, you come to 25 years old, you have a bac plus 8, and you get your doctorate, okay? But in France, we say doctoral. And of course, you can study more, bac plus 9, bac plus 6, anything you want, but you will also get doctoral. There is no higher degree than doctoral that I know. Okay, so this is it for the French educational system. This is it for people who want to study till the doctoral, till bac plus 8. But generally speaking, usually speaking, most of the people, like me, stop at bac plus 5 because it's enough. You get your master degree. Here, as you see, you get your master 2. And for me, so why Grande École is good for me, it was good for me at least. It's because, it allows you to not only study academically, but it allows you as well to do what we called stage en entreprise. Stage means internship in French, entreprise means enterprise, company. And you can do what we call alternance. Alternance, it's you alternate actually. So it's 1 week in the company, it's the opposite. It's 1 week at school and 3 weeks at the company. So you study, but you gain experience as well. And the Grande École allows you in this system. And it's great because they have company as partnership, and finding an alternance is not as hard as if you were at university. So you use the network to find the internship that you want. And this is why the Grande École is great, actually. So it's academically, but also gain real life experience. And this is what I did actually in my second year. So I took a gap year. So during 1 year, I made a break from my academic pathway, from my academic studies, to gain real life experience and to have a gap year. So during 1 year, I went to a company in Paris in order to gain real life experience, to grow my network in a professional study. And during 1 year, this is what I did actually. And then when I came back to my school, the school allows me to do what we call the Erasmus exchange program. So Erasmus is for European countries, the countries that are next to Europe, but you can do exchange with the whole planet actually if you have partnership there, like in United States, in Latin America, in Asia. But I choose the Erasmus program because the university that I wanted to go was Boğaziçi University. It's a university in Istanbul, and it's in Turkey. because I wanted to develop more my Turkish roots, and I wanted to know more about the country, to develop my language skills as well, and to specialize myself in the marketing area that I took during my exchange program. So it's gave me the opportunity to know more about the culture and also to develop an international network, and I enjoy it very, very much. And I enjoy it so much that I decided to, after my graduation, to enroll to the VIE programme. VIE, what does it mean? It's a volontariat international en entreprise. There is a space like this, and it's better. Okay, volontariat en entreprise en Turquie. So it's a program made by the French government that allows young people, because you have to be under 30 years old in order to be able to enroll to this program. So it's linked with the French government, and it allows young people to go to all the country in the planet to work for a French company. So it can be anywhere in the world where a French company is based, actually. And you can work there for a French company in order to expand their activities. And I chose to do that, and I chose to do it in Turkey because, I was there for the university. And I've decided to work there, and it was a great experience. So if you have any question about VIE, do not hesitate to ask me in comments. I'll be glad to share with you my experience and help you to, maybe get a VIE for yourself too. And it's during my years in Istanbul that I met my beautiful future wife, Nazlı. But actually you already know it, and you already know Nazlı because we share our story and teach you French at the same time. Yes, the first meeting with my wife is actually the beginning of French with Love. Thank you so much for watching until the end of our video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like. It means a lot to us. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the little bell icon to get notified about our future videos so you can be among the first to watch them. Today's lesson marks the beginning of a long and exciting series. With French with Love, we won't just teach you basic French. Step by step, from zero, you will learn the entire French language and immerse yourself in its culture. We have designed a unique program with 7 pillars and 4 values, which you can see on the screen. I will explain each one in detail as we progress together on this journey. We are committed to this path. In French, we say nous sommes déterminés. Again, nous sommes déterminés. And in fact, the first step of our program is détermination. La détermination, like in English, determination. You too need to be determined, resolute. Tell yourself, I will learn French. This is the first step, and we will be here to support you every step of the way. For instance, today's video focused on culture, specifically the French education system. Now you know the different pathways a French student may take during their educational journey. This knowledge is important whether you plan to come and study in France, gain citizenship, or simply if you want to understand the culture better. Knowing French culture is as crucial as knowing the language, especially if you plan to live here. So you can see that one of our pillars is culture, la culture. So we have many more videos lined up, including more cultural insights, but that will be for the next time. For more details and if you want to access all of our resources right now, visit our website and become a member at www.frenchwithlove.com www.frenchwithlove.com. I hope to see you very soon. Stay with love.